Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm planting 3 autumn Ivory Encore Azaleas. These are repeat blooming azaleas. I've made several videos on Encore Azaleas at this point. These are spring, summer, and fall blooming. It's the middle of summer now, and this one is coming back into flower now. One of the nice things about Encore Azaleas is there's 31 varieties in the series, and just in the white, this is autumn Ivory. It only gets about 2.5 feet tall. I had planted these 3 autumn lily behind me in another video. I'll link that up here up top. These get more like 4 feet tall. You could probably keep them a little bit smaller. And then there's one called Autumn Moonlight that can get 5 feet tall. So kind of no matter what size you want it to end up being, you can get the appropriate plant. So I'm going to be planting these 3 autumn ivories in front of these autumn lilies because they do stay a little bit smaller. The flowering will be timed a little different too, so I'm going to get even more of an extended period of time of flowering. One will bloom slightly later than the other in spring, summer, and fall, so that should be nice as well. And I really, really love this little dwarf mounding evergreen. This is very heavy clay where I'm planting these in my yard here, and super, super bright orange, dense clay. I hope that focuses well on that. This is not necessarily, it's kind of perfect nutrient conditions for azaleas. It's low pH, it's got plenty of iron to keep that really, really nice dark green foliage on them. So it has a lot of that going for it, but it does tend to hold water down at the bottom of any hole that you dig in it. Okay, so I just wanted to take a second here and show you in the bottom of these holes how this would negatively impact your Encore azaleas if you planted them too deep in it and didn't amend this soil. I have to dig these holes a little wider, but you can see from about, I've been amending this soil for a long time, so I've improved it quite a bit. But down here in the bottom 6 inches or so of this hole, you can see where this is just pure red clay, which, like I say, has the perfect nutrients for azaleas, but we really do need to get water to move through this because water is going to always find the easiest entrance into the ground. And this hole I've dug and this new plant that's going in is definitely going to be the easiest entrance into the ground, and then it's going to sit at the bottom of this hole for too long of a time before it drains in. So I'm going to amend it with some pine bark soil conditioner. If that's not available in your area, you could definitely try a chunky compost, and we'll mix that 50-50 with the clay here that we pulled out of this hole. And I'm going to dig this just a little bit wider, and then I'm going to get this in the ground, and I'll show you I leave it up just a little bit as well. So I haven't quite finished planting this, but this is now a blend of pine bark soil conditioner and that clay. I've left the plant up from the original grade. The original grade was right about here. I've left the plant up about 1.5 inches, which is absolutely perfect. That'll drain that thing perfectly. These other 3 pieces right here, these autumn lilies that went in earlier in the season, look absolutely perfect, planted exactly the same way. So I've got them in the ground. I'm going to pull the additional soil up to the edge of that root ball. Then I'm going to mulch around them, but nothing's going to go up on the trunk of the plant. Nothing will be covered that wasn't covered when I receive the plant. These should be beautiful here. They're only going to get about in this height. I forgot about Autumn Angel when I was mentioning the white azaleas earlier. Autumn Angel only gets about 3 feet tall. So you can have Autumn Ivory that only gets 2.5 feet tall. Autumn Angel gets 3 feet tall. Autumn Lily gets 4 feet tall, and Moonlight gets 5 feet tall. So again, with 31 varieties of Encores, if you choose white or red or pink, even some of the multicolored ones, you can get different sizes in those just to kind of fit the space that you have. Which is really, really nice with that big of a selection. And I'm going to do a video at some point on just the vast number of different varieties of Encore azaleas and all the flower colors and sizes. I wanted to show you today how I was planting them in this heavy clay soil in this part of my yard. Another thing here is this space that I'm shooting in. This is a very brief period of time where there's a little bit of shade on it. Most of the day this is in the sun, and you can see how great these look. I've got, I think, this makes 6 varieties in my yard, and they're all in an area that gets at least 4 to 6 hours of sun. Some of them even a little more than that. Definitely these are actually getting more than that. The ones, my Autumn Twist, which are my absolute favorites, they look fantastic, they're growing fantastic, they bloomed beautifully in the spring, but they're a little thinner than the rest. They're in the a much shadier space up next to my house. So do keep that in mind. These need at least 4 to 6 hours of direct sun. So thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos.